purpose of this assessment is to promote resilience and social and emotional development in preschool children. This is a standardized, norm-referenced behavior rating scale for evaluating preschool children ages 3 to 5. This assessment can be completed by parents, family caregivers, and early childhood professionals. I will be performing it from a child caregiver's perspective. A manual for whoever is performing the assessment to read first is included, as well as 5 forms that evaluate how often 27 positive behaviors occur in a natural setting, 1 strategy guide intended for early childhood professionals, 20 family guides for promoting resilience within the home, 2 strategy manuals for helping the observer to be more resilient themselves, and 1 book about how to transform bad behavior to good behavior. While the child is playing, you would assess what they are doing, such as playing with other children, and if it occurs often over the span of 4 weeks, you would check very frequently. If they become frustrated with playing with the other child, or if it only happens once every week, you would check rarely or occasionally. In order to begin this process, the whole form must be completed, including the demographic information, as well as at least 36 items on the checklist. If never was selected, this ranks a 0. If rarely was selected, this item will rank a 1. If occasionally was selected, this item will rank a 2. Frequently will rank a 3, and very frequently will rank a 4. You record these scores in the empty box on the next page that is on the same line as the item. When all numbers are listed in these boxes, you add them up, and this will be the raw score. Once you have calculated the scale raw score here, you must then transfer it to the first column that is titled Scale Raw Score. Now, by using the raw score, we are able to find out the T-score, percentile rank, and description by transferring these numbers to the individual child profile. So you take the first raw score number, which ours was 27 for initiative. You find the initiative column and you go down until you see the number 27. Directly to the left is the T-score, 50, and you record that under the T-score column. Now that we have both the scale raw score and T-score, we need to find the percentile rank. We go back to the child individual profile and we find, again, our T-score, our raw score, and we follow it over to find the percentile rank. For this one, it is also 50. Once we find the raw score, T-score, and percentile rank for all 3 of them, we add all of the T-scores in order to get a sum of 160 for our child, and that goes into the total protective factors. Once you get this number, you then again go over to the individual child profile to find the T-score for the total protective factors. Ours was 160, so we are in between 160 and 161. So to find the T-score, we follow it over and we have 54. Using only the T-score, we can find the description of each item in the User Guides and Technitional Manual. You need to go to page 89 underneath Interpretation, and you will be able to find the beginning of how each description is categorized. You will find first area of need. Our child did not have any areas of need because none of his T-scores were 40 or less. So turning the page, we can find that most of our child's behavior fell under the typical range, which was 41 to 59. We did have one strength, which was in the self-regulation category, and that means that his T-score fell from 60 to 72. My first positive was that this is a very easy ranking system. Everything is listed here, and it is very easy to transfer right over to here, as well as having this right in the kit so that you can calculate everything correctly. This also is a very easy 1, 2, 3, 4 scoring system. Making the numbers very low like that and only having 4 numbers to count from, excluding 0, makes it very easy to have the numbers this low, so you may not have to use a calculator. Because when you have the raw scores, you then just transfer them to the larger T-scores. I also think that one huge positive was how many things came in this kit. One negative that I did find was reducing the child's unique behavior to a simple number. All children react to things in different ways, and that's why I feel that this is a setback, because maybe one day the child reacted to something differently because of something that was not on this list. Another negative that I found was that you need to have a clear understanding of scoring methods. Lastly, if someone, like a parent who did not have a very serious background in scoring, did not understand that this was the raw score column for each one of these, they would not know how to calculate the T-score. Because it does not say self-regulation raw score, I found that as a minor setback. Wrapping up this video, I want us to think back to why this assessment was created, which was to promote resilience in young children. This assessment, if done correctly over 4 weeks, could easily be used to create a behavior intervention in the classroom for a child who needs it. This assessment was very clear and easy to understand and complete.